Hello, football fans, and welcome back to the Corner Flag podcast. It's the next part of our chat with young Matilda and future superstar Sienna Saveska. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the Corner Flag podcast with Sienna Saveska. So even to go from the Wanderers to Sydney, do you have an agent or anyone out there?
Yeah.
Yeah, is that how it works?
Yeah.
They go to Sydney, you're interested? Or, yeah, okay. And then you said you reached out to Tom Samani. Was that yourself or your agent?
Yeah, I think my contract with my agent had expired by then. So it was kind of just me and Dad. We used to have Tom Samani's number, obviously, from our first season. And then we got in touch with him. So, yeah.
Interesting. And obviously your second stint went a little bit better in terms of that game time. I suppose how did you see yourself from your first stint there to obviously your second one? Because like I said, you went from, I think it was 7 games mostly off the bench that first season to then, 21 games and pretty much being a star in that team.
Yeah.
How does your mindset change in those situations? So I know when you're not in the team or whatever, you put probably a lot of pressure on yourself to make sure when you do get on, you perform. And people shift a little bit once they're more comfortable in their surroundings. So can you tell us a little bit about, I suppose, how maybe your mindset changed from that first time to the second time?
Yeah, obviously I was older and I kind of grew to know that, like, obviously I was young and it might have not been what I was doing or not doing. It might have been just about age, experience and that kind of stuff. So when I made the move back to Wanderers, obviously you go back to find more game time. But I think I just kind of went in there with a mentality of I'm just going to do whatever I can. And if I get chosen to play in the first game, I'll play with my heart on my sleeve and I will play for the girls and myself. But if I don't, I'm just going to keep pushing and pushing to kind of break into the team. I knew it was possible. And yeah, so in preseason, I worked my backside off and yeah.
Amazing. Honestly, like I suppose from a teammate point of view, that's what you want.
Yeah.
You want those people around you. So safe to say the last season you were electric at the time of recording. You were absolutely electric. And I did see a post even before I knew you coming on the pod, I remember, and it was like something along the lines of Sienna Saveska's had the greatest month any 18-year-old, or I think you were 18-year-old has ever had.
Yeah.
So I'll try to find it. These 4 or 5 weeks, absolutely wild. So scored in the Ninja A-League. You won the Pacific Oz Four Nations tournament. Golden Boot, scored 6 goals, and you scored a hat-trick in the final against Thailand, and you won goal of the tournament. I remember seeing that and going, this girl is just on top of the world, right? Like, how did you feel? Obviously, like, form is something that goes up and down, and when you're up, like, you are up. So did you just feel invincible in that time? Like,
I did. That's probably the best word to describe it. It was such a great month. Obviously, there was results not going our way in the A-League, but I kind of found a way to come on into camp, and it was a new cycle as well. So there was a lot of new girls and a new coach as well. So it was a bit of a shock for us to kind of go in there and just, try to win by that much the games that we did. But we did it, and I think I had a good tournament. So I was quite happy with myself. So yeah, I was just over the moon.
Yep. Can you tell us a little bit about the tournament? Like, obviously heading overseas, the team environment. Who did you room with? Like, what was the sort of, what's a day in the life at that tournament? So maybe a game day. What does that look like?
Yeah. So we actually didn't room with anyone this time. I don't think it was blocked. It was in Canberra instead of overseas.
Oh, so sorry. Yes. Yep.
They just did it in Canberra and they brought all the other teams there.
Mm-hmm.
So at the AIS, it's kind of blocks. It's not double rooms or something like that. So you'd have like maybe 8 players in a block. But yeah, so I didn't have a roommate that time. But yeah, the tournament was good. We got to like spend time with the other teams as well. So I think it was... We all
staying together in the same, I know the dorms you're talking
blocks. of. Yeah. So we'd see them before games and chat and stuff. But then we had a big dinner at the Parliament House with them as well. I think it was after No, just before the final. And yeah, so we all got sat on different tables with different players and got to, mingle with everyone and kind of just see how they go about life and how we go about life. And then obviously the game days, I think they were all afternoon games. So we'd kind of spend the morning maybe on a team walk or something, mobility, come back. We'll do maybe some team meetings just to kind of see what's going on in the game, the starting lineup, set pieces, stuff like that. And then kind of just get some food in you, and then you just get some time to yourself a little bit before the game, get ready, whatever you need to do, and then you get on the bus, go to the game, get in the change room, listen to some music, and then get on the field.
Just score a hat-trick in the final. Yeah, piece of cake. I need to ask.
Yep.
The Olympicos.
Yeah.
So obviously as soon as I start researching Sienna Saveska, goals, this, that, whatever, the Olympicos comes straight up. And I say Olympicos with an S on the end because it is a plural. And first of all, for anyone who's listening or watching along that doesn't know, can you tell us what an Olympico is first?
Basically a goal from the corner.
Yeah, so scoring directly from the corner.
Yeah.
It is not something you see every day. It's something that you don't see very often at all. It's very rare. So you've done it twice that I've seen televised. Is this something you were doing as a youngster growing up? Like, have you done this many more times and we just haven't seen it?
Yeah, so I did used to do it. In other games, obviously the keepers are much shorter when you're younger, but I have done it before the A-League. Yeah.
How many times?
I'm not sure.
Too many to count, or you're not? You count all your goals, so I reckon you know.
Maybe like just, it wasn't like a big amount, but it was like here and there, maybe under 5.
Okay.
So,
all right. Yeah. And is this something that you are constantly trying to do, like with the ones that you've scored? Yes, I was doing that. Or is it more of I'm just trying to put it in that area, a good area, if keeper misses it, whatever? Or are you going, no, I'm going to make this keeper look a bit silly?
Well, the first one that I did score in the A-League was kind of just I'm going to put it in that area. Obviously, we were on a goal drought and we need to score a goal in a certain amount of minutes to cancel out, like, I don't know, the longest ever.
The record, yeah. I remember the commentator.
Yeah, so I was like, I just need to put this as close as I can to the goalkeeper where our runners will be, and hopefully something happens because the time was ticking and I was like, we need to get a goal.
How far away were you guys from breaking that record?
It was a couple minutes, I think.
Really?
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah. So I think it was maybe like 17 minutes if we had gone without it. I don't know.
And that was on everyone's mind? Like you were aware?
Yeah. So we were like, we need to score, guys. And then
that's wild.
Yeah, I just put it in that area, and I think it was quite lucky that game for it to go in. Obviously, putting it close enough, anything can happen. Either our players get a head on it, or their players get a head on it, or it could go straight in. So yeah, the first one kind of wasn't planned. It was just kind of just put it in the area. The second one, I did score against West United again. So, but it was at their field this time. And
was it the same keeper both times?
Yeah.
Oh, you're so mean.
So
do you guys follow each other on Instagram or nah?
Yeah, we're friends.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I've played and been part of things with the keeper as well. So we're friends.
Okay.
But,
well, that's nice.
Yeah.
She should know better though.
Yeah.
Right?
Hopefully this year. But yeah, it was at their field this time, and we kind of knew before we even started playing that the field tends to have a lot of wind. So when you take the corner from a certain side, the wind would help it in. So I kind of, every time I got a corner from that side, I'd kind of just think about whipping it in, trying to get the Olympico this time. So I was like, you know what, let's give it a go. I gave it a go. It started whipping in, and it whipped in pretty nice. So.
Did you know, like, when it left your boot, you're like, we're on here, this is a good chance?
Yeah, I was like, okay, this one, like, I actually mean this one now. Like, and it paid
all the
off
other ones were just practice, right?
Yeah. And then there was another one, but I don't know if it got put down as someone else's goal.
Take a deflection on the way through?
Yeah. Well, so it was against Brisbane in our 4-4 draw, and I had crossed it, and it was about like stomach height. And there was 2 players at the front post, I think one of Brisbane's player and one of my players. And you can't tell from the video, but there was other players in my team that said that it had gone straight in. Obviously, I couldn't tell either. I just crossed it in to our players. And then it either got put down as my player's goal that was at the front post or their player's goal. So like an own goal. But
all right. So
I did do
what
it
you're
another
saying
time.
is, you're saying we need to start a campaign, dubious goals committee. We're going to campaign to get this back on. So 3 Olympicos televised. That's what we need.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll start that. We'll get this trending. Come up with a clever hashtag. And we'll get it going. Now, next question. You are more than welcome to say absolutely nothing about this. But I will ask you what's next. So obviously at the time of recording, the Wanderers have announced that you weren't returning. And I know you're not going to say exactly what you're doing next, but can we expect to see you in the A-Leagues next season?
Yes, I will be back in the A-Leagues. Obviously not for Wanderers. But yeah, it's exciting time for me. It's something different and something that I think could develop me further and build my character as well. So it's exciting times for me and my family. So yeah.
Have you lined up the number 10 wherever you're going?
I'm like
part of the contract.
I'm like I haven't put it in the contract, but I'm hoping that
it's 10 or no play. Sorry, no 10, no Olympicos. All right, that's what you tell them.
Yep.
All right. Oh no, that's so good. So that's good. We'll be able to see you for at least another season. Or that's something actually I want to ask you with the. My mind always wants to say W League. So if W League slips out, I do apologise.
It comes out for me too.
Yeah. A lot of the contracts, are they all 1 year deals? Is that how every club operates or no? Okay. Because a lot of girls change clubs sort of every season. So or they renew every season. So is that just not a blanket rule or anything?
No. So you can do 1 year deals. It's an option. Obviously you can ask to do a 1 year deal just for some security, try to get out of your contract if they don't let you. But you can do whatever you want. I think if club offers, they can offer you a 5-year contract, a 3-year contract, 2-year contracts. They're quite common too, with a kind of clause in them that you can move on if you're not enjoying your time there. But yeah, you can also do a 1-year contract with like a period where you can like talk about re-signing. So yeah, it's quite weird, but yeah, you can kind of do whatever they put on the table, I guess.
Fair enough. And like obviously those negotiations, not many of us have been a part of professional contract negotiations. How long would it take, I suppose, from, X club is interested to you signing? What is that kind of time period like?
It's pretty quick, to be fair. Like I think they have most of the contracts, like the stuff that's just for everyone in already like printed or whatever. They already have that stuff, and then it's just tweaking the little parts or payment or bonuses and stuff like that. So it's quite quick once you pick a club. Obviously, if you have different clubs lined up and you're trying to pick which one, that will take a while. Obviously, for yourself, you don't want to make the I wouldn't say wrong decision, but you wouldn't want to make one of the decisions so quickly because you can weigh everything else up. So that part probably takes the most. And then once you pick a club, it's quite quick. I think they get it to you within a week.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I know, again, and I'm not going to keep harping on this, but I know you're only young, but we do have a lot of younger listeners and watchers, if that's not even a word. But do you have any advice for any young kids out there, I suppose? Obviously, the story that I've heard from you so far, a lot of travel.
Yeah.
A lot of relying on family for those sorts of things and big decisions, moving to Sydney, whatnot. Do you have any advice for young kids, especially young girls who might be listening who aspire to be a professional footballer? What would you, I suppose, what was something you might want to say to those people?
I think probably just keep at it. I think being able to be resilient and like keep pushing for what you love is an amazing thing. Obviously, I could have stopped at any time with the travel or the issues I had with my dad's back and stuff. Like it's crazy how quickly things can change. But I think if you just stick at it, stick through the hard times, they're not given to you because you can't deal with them. I feel like the hard times are given to you for a reason, to build character and push through them. And I don't know if people believe in God or anything higher than us, but I think that he gives you challenges because he knows you can overcome them. So just keep going, keep pushing through it, and then obviously be grateful for the people around you that help you, and then keep at it, and then you should get to where you want to one day.
How are you 18? That is such a mature response to that question. Well done. Your parents should be very proud of the way you handled that. It was really good. So what about and you may or may not have something, but is there any sort of advice, I suppose, you've been given by someone that's really stuck with you or stuck out to you?
Kind of probably the same thing.
Yep.
Just be resilient, just keep going. And there was a lot of hard things throughout my career that I went through: injury, deselection, all that sort of stuff. Obviously, sitting on the sidelines, in the stands. It's just being resilient and being able to keep that focus on what the dream actually is, and kind of just pushing for that instead of forgetting about it and, letting it go.
Mm-hmm. And I promise I will let you go shortly. I will not keep you much longer. But I do have a couple of questions now for you that I did pre-warn you about.
Mm-hmm.
Are you good to go? Did you write a list or anything, or have you got it locked away?
I think I have it in my head.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because you can get the list out. It's fine.
No, I should.
All right. So 3 dinner guests, dead or alive. Who are you going?
Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Okay.
Angelina Jolie.
Yep.
And Kobe Bryant.
All right. I'm going to ask you to explain why.
Yep.
Why Zlatan?
I think he's just such a character. Like, you see the videos of him on like YouTube and Instagram and stuff, and he's just like, some people would say arrogant, but I think he's just a very confident person, and you can like see it on the field when he's playing. I think, obviously, I'm trying to be like a humble player, but it's good every now and then to have a little bit of Zlatan in you. So
yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sure he'd love that as well.
Yep.
Angelina Jolie.
I just like a lot of her movies, so I thought it would just be cool to kind of have dinner with her.
Yep. Fair enough. And Kobe.
I think Kobe, because he's obviously one of the greatest basketball players, and obviously I'm supposed to be about football, but I think just the way his mentality was and everything, like, he's a great person to just maybe try to pick his brain at dinner.
Yeah. And how do you think they would all go interacting with each? Because I think Kobe and Zlatan together.
Yeah, I don't think that would go well. But
basketball sometimes almost an individual sport, like especially where Kobe played.
Mm-hmm.
So I think to be like that, you do need to have an ego, you know. And at the top of any sport, there needs to be an element of ego. So I think those two at the table. You might be talking to Angelina Jolie. They might be arguing. Yeah. I don't know.
Or
what do you reckon?
Me and Angelina might have to keep him in line.
That's true. That's true as well.
She's a bit of a boss, so
that's very true.
It would be good to have her there.
Yeah. All right. I want to know the best 5 that you've played or trained with.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to ask you to pick a goalkeeper if you can, and 4 field players. Is that cool?
Jada Wyman.
Yes.
I played with her at Sydney. Claire Hunt. I'm going to go with 2 midfielders, Taylor Ray and Zara Kruger.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll go someone more recent as my striker and forward, Sky Hamark.
Okay. Can I just ask? Oh, you've gone the 1-2-1, perfect. It's exactly what I would have done. Did you pick those based on ability or your connection with them or friendship? How did you sort of? Because I'm sure you could have picked 1,000 people.
Yeah.
What was your thought process behind those ones?
A bit of both. Obviously, Jada's a great keeper, and training with her at Sydney, like, you can see how good she is. Obviously, trying to shoot against her, she'd pick your shots all the time.
A bit depressing for attackers at times. Yeah.
And then Claire Hunt's just an amazing person, amazing leader for young people. And when she was at Wanderers, it was so great for me. She took me under her wing, and obviously her ability and the way she plays is amazing too. So that's why I've picked them too. Taylor Ray is a great midfielder, works hard, vision. She kind of can do everything at the 6 role. So I took her. And then Zara Kruger is very similar to Taylor Ray in a player. I think they're very similar. They're both great 6s. And with Zara, obviously, I do have a connection with her with playing for so long. So, I think that's why I've picked her. And then Sky, she's come up on the scene very recently, but she's a very good attacker, and you kind of see her as a typical 9, gets in the box or even outside the box, and she can finish a ball from anywhere. So
that's what you want from as a number 10. You want a 9 who can do those things. Who can I go and play with? Yeah. And you picked a couple of workhorses behind you. Typical 10. What about the best 5 you've played or trained against?
I'm going to say Jada again, because I've played against her.
Both teams,
Yeah. I've obviously played against her, and it was hard to play against her. So Jada. And then as a centre back, I'll go Kayla Morrison. She's a very smart defender, and I think even like off set pieces and stuff, she's like a threat. So I think it's just very hard to mark her, but then also beat her in attack. Midfielders, I will go with Rihanna Pollicino and Izzy Gomez.
Mm-hmm.
And then as my strikers, I can't pick between these two, but Holly McNamara and Michelle Heyman.
Yeah. And again, similar thinking around those.
Yep.
Similar process.
Yep.
Very good. Sienna, that's it. We're at the end. You made it. You survived. See, it's natural. Thanks so much for coming on the Corner Flag podcast. I can't wait to get this out to everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. You are and I'm sure everyone tells you this, but you are an absolute star in the making, ready to go. And don't forget you promised to me that you're going to do great things after this, just to keep my track record going. Yep. But yeah, hopefully next time we can get together at another point after you're a fully fledged Matilda playing in Europe, doing all great things. Yep. Yeah. Is that, sorry, you know what? I'll ask one more question.
Go on.
Long term.
Yep.
What are the goals?
Overseas, obviously.
Yep.
It's been a dream of mine since I was young. So it's a no-brainer to kind of push for that. But I think I do need a couple more seasons here in Australia to kind of establish myself a little bit more and kind of just be comfortable within myself before I make the move. So, yeah, overseas and hopefully Matilda one day.
And is it Man United you want to go to?
Maybe. I mean, I would go to any NWSL team.
All right. Wild question. We're about to wrap up, but now I'm going. All right. Yep. If you scored an Olympico against Man United, would you celebrate?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Good. That's a great. I'm going to add that to my questions.
Even if I was playing for like Man City or something.
Oh, okay. So the allegiance aren't that. Your dad is spewing,
my dad's
right?
Like,
he's going to be very angry when he listens to this, but no, that's great. So thank you, Sienna. I really do appreciate you coming on. I hope you enjoyed your time, and hopefully we can get together again a few years down the track, I suppose, when you're a big superstar.
Yep.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
There you have it, football fans. That is the end of our chat with young Matilda, Sienna Saveska. She's going to go on to do some absolutely amazing things. So please keep your eyes peeled and watch her career very, very closely. As always, make sure you like, subscribe, share all those things on Spotify, YouTube, and Instagram. And thank you again for choosing to score some goals with us here. And remember to celebrate with the corner flag.